Hey Leo, this is Chronic Joy Tarot, and we're going to do your July 2018 reading for Leo, Sun, Moon, or Rising, or anyone who comes upon this video. If you follow your intuition and this video strikes you and you open it, then the message is for you. You've been guided to it. You can trust that, okay? If you're new to my channel, please know that, first of all, thank you for joining me, and know that these readings are not of a predictive nature or really reflective of anything, externally, like your job or your relationships or whatever. Not as much as they are about your soul and what's going on within you, and choosing different aspects of yourself that you can focus on in order to grow your soul and keep, elevating to the next and the next and the next level. Okay? So this is about you. And if you're not new to my channel, welcome back and thank you for joining me again. I love you guys. Okay. Hi, Leo. I had to stop for a second. I had a call come through that I didn't set my phone right, so I actually may just start from here. Okay. I'm a little thrown off. It's never happened before. I'm going to try to splice these two videos together, so this may be a continuation of what I already said earlier. Anyway, the oracle deck that I'm using for the guidance for this month's reading is the Earth Magic deck by Stephen Farmer. And the card I pulled for you, Leo, is the full moon, the card of completion. Now, I love this card so much because if you're viewing this in July, then we are in your annual wind down month. This is the last phase before the sun moves into Leo. And so this is kind of your completion. This is the completion of another year's cycle for you. So this is almost like literal, like, what are we going to do now? Right? The year is coming to an end. We've achieved it. And now let's start fresh with a fresh new Leo year, right? So let's see what the guidance says. The Zen Tarot deck is what we use to elaborate on that topic of the completion card. And the starting point for you, Leo, is transformation. Look at that. I love it. So this is an opportunity to make some real change. And your birth month and the start of a new astro year is always a wonderful time to set. I know that a lot of people set sort of intentions and resolutions at the first of every calendar year, but really your birthday, that's a really opportune time to set your new goals, right? Because you've completed another cycle, you're getting ready to start another year of your life, and what a beautiful time to make changes and shifts within or in your external world as well. I have a feeling that, I'm going to say for some of you, this transformation is a real inside job. You're making some real progress in your soul's growth. Maybe you've really, really been able to close the door on some old energies or old connections that weren't serving you anymore. And that's really key. Either way, if this transformation means you're starting a new career, or you're, creating a new relationship, or, moving to a new home or whatever, and transforming in your external world, well, the energy is still about lining up that internal energy in order to achieve those external things. So it goes both ways, right? And being this full moon card, being your guide for right now, is saying, yeah, you know what? You've completed this phase. You're ready to create the next. And what a great start to this reading is the transformation card. I love it. So internally, I love this. Oh, wow. Okay, so I'm a Leo too, so I'm getting super excited right now because it's meaning a lot to me. So the internal energy, the underlying energy that supports this transformation, this sense of completion and preparing to start your new birth year, to start your new year. Underneath it all is literally a fresh start. The Fool, the start of the major arcana, the Zero card, the I'm going to proceed with no expectations and see what comes. I'm going to trust my path. I'm going to trust the work that I've done until now to get me to this place and be prepared for what's coming. It's wonderful. This is a really, really powerful energy to support the transformation card. And in your external world, time is right for the change. And you know it. And the universe knows it. It's just naturally coming about. Whatever this shift is, you know, you've come to a cycle of completion. You're ready to transform and you're ready to open up something new. Maybe come to a new level of awareness or create something new in your life. The time is right. The alignment, the energy is ripe, just like the ripeness card. It is ready for you to go forth. Leave the stuff behind that isn't serving you and make the move. Everything's lined up to support that. Okay? And so then going forward here, the kind of this key to being able to go forward, that's what this card is. It's like a pivot, kind of like a energy you want to master in order to move forward, is patience. Okay. I'm getting chills. So I love this so much. Okay. So first of all, the correlation of the moon, right? This figure knows that she cannot force the moon to change. She can't make it crescent into full and skip all the quarter and the half. She can't skip all these processes. It will happen in its own time, as it does every single 29 and a half days, right? Just like her waiting, she's in gestation, she's pregnant, she's awaiting the birth of her next phase of her child. This could be a literal birth for you, or the birth of your new self, the transformation, the shifts that you are intending to make. It's going to require a certain sense, a strong sense of intention, right? And trust, but also a quiet sense of allowing, just allowing the path to play out, allowing the pace to be what it is, right? Go with the signs that come to you. Don't you may have a certain vision of what you want this change that's coming to look like, but you don't really know the path that it's going to take. We can't control that, right? Life gives us the material with which to go forward with. Things come at us, and some things may seem like challenges or obstacles when what they really are just little detours. Oh, well, let's just make up a story here. I wanted to go, in 2.5 months, I want to go to the car dealership and buy a blue car. Whatever, I'm just making this up. Okay, so in 30 days comes along an offer for a beautiful red car that is just wide open, the right deal, the right alignment, the right, circumstances, whatever. And so are you going to stick with, oh no, I have 1.5 months to wait still and I'm going to get a blue car, right? Or do you allow yourself the detour that showed up, stay open to it, and grab that red car while it's there, right? That's the sense of being right in the pocket of the flow of life. And this card of patience is that energy of just allowing it to come and be as it is. Because there's nothing that's happening to harm you in this life. The harm and the pain and negative emotion comes when we resist. Okay? Now this is spiritually. This isn't, I know that really crappy things happen to us human beings, and I understand that's a big question for us as far as between us and spirit and why is this happening. But I'm talking about energetically for you, right? Your spirit is growing at exactly the pace it needs to. You're learning, you're getting the details and receiving the information exactly when you need to in order to move on to the next level, in order to continue to transform. Okay? But that sense of patience and allowing things in and allowing them to be as they are is key to moving forward. Okay? Now, once you start to move forward, you will reach this level of cards here. I love it. Oh, wow. Okay, I love it. I love it. So you'll, first of all, you'll begin to really, really connect with life's abundance. Okay? Not just in your external world and material things, especially not that. More so from within. The richness that life is, the depth of what you can feel and connect with, the the recognizing another when you look them in the eye and really see them into their soul. That's where the richness, that's where the abundance comes, is in connection and in realization and in, really tapping into your deepest spaces. That's where the richness is, okay? Underneath that, and internal support for that, is your growing sense of understanding for others and for yourself. Self-compassion, allowing things to be as they are, and then for others as well. If you see these doves, they're sort of flying around in the air, and there seems to be bars that are separating them from the other. But if you look closely, the bars are really an illusion. There is no us and them. There isn't. There's just us. And we are all connected. And underneath, inside, internally, you're really beginning to grasp that. You're really beginning to be able to be deeply touched by others' stories and by the things that others go through, and really can find ways to connect with others on all levels. And this is going to create that greater sense of abundance in your life. And, going forward, starting with your new birth year, probably some really big and beautiful achievements if you can stay aligned here, okay? In your external world, you're guided to spend more time in silence, in meditation, in prayer, whatever it is that gets you in touch with your inner being. You're going to be called upon to do that more, because the external world can really take us in a whirlwind and can really make us lose touch with what's within. And so you're called to really step up or start some kind of a practice, yoga, meditation, prayer, if it's exercise, cycling, swimming, whatever it is that can strip away sort of the outside world and just get you flowing, right? Get your spirit opening up. Practice more and more of that in your daily life. Okay? And what that creates, and the outcome of this entire reading at the beginning of your birth year and the end of another year for you, is the going with the flow card. This is going to be a very, very easy time coming up for you if you put these practices into place. Okay? Really, I think the key cards for this reading are the patience, the understanding, and the silence card. Everything else is sort of an awareness of things to come and of practices to put in place. But it's going to be very important that you have a sense of allowing life to unfold as it will, without trying to force too much. And then that open sense of connection with others and with yourself, and acceptance and understanding. If you've gotten to your life, like say at this point in your life, and you're really starting to grasp some of this spiritual growth work, there is no need to sort of beat yourself up and say, why didn't I get this sooner? This is so wonderful. I really understand. I'm in the flow. I'm really feeling it. Why didn't I get this sooner? Right? That's sort of that's a shutting down. That's not being self-compassionate, right? You got it when you got it. You got it whenever it was time, right? This ripeness card, the The fruit doesn't jump off the tree when it's, it doesn't get flung off. It falls when it's ready, right? And every step of your life has occurred in right timing, when it was time, when you were ready, okay? Some lessons were harder to get. They took longer. You had to continue patterns and, maybe go through maybe the same kind of relationship over and over until you came to a new sense of awareness. And, but everything happens in the timing it's meant to happen. And that flow of life is what you're really going to be experiencing in this coming year. I can feel it. I can feel it for you guys. I love it. Remember to keep that silent time, or that time of getting in touch with your internal being. Keep that up. Practice it more and more. Okay? And just good things are coming. I love it. And I'll talk to you guys next month. Well, happy birthday to some of you July Leos. And the August Leos, like myself, we'll have a good month next month as well. It'll be this is the start of a bright and abundant phase for you. Okay? Just got to get the work. Just got to get the alignment, and it will all come. Okay? I love you guys. Thanks for sticking with me. It's been a very busy year. I haven't been able to be here as much as I'd like, but I'm hoping that that's behind me. My day gig has been very, very, very grueling, and I feel like it's coming to an end, so I can be here more and do this thing that I love more often. Find me on Instagram if you want. I am going to be posting some little short readings there. It's at Living Chronic Joy, or search for Chronic Joy Tarot, either one. Okay? I love you guys. Take care.